Hello and welcome to the Awakened Minds live stream. Happy Tuesday, first of all. My masterclass is coming closer, and I would really recommend that you sign up for it. Why? Because we don't know enough about ourselves. We don't know who we truly are. We don't know that we can take control of our lives. And we don't know that when we don't learn and come out of this ignorance about ourselves, that our lives are controlled by old programmings that other people have given us in our childhood. So today I would like to go through 5 of the most common paradigms that hold us back, okay? The first paradigm is, I'm not confident, so I'm not going to do it. Confidence is something that we build. The most successful people in the world that look confident when they step on stage or when they go into the sports field, they build their confidence every single day. So a lack of confidence should not be an excuse not to do the thing that you know would take you to the next level in your life. So what would a new paradigm be that we could replace the old paradigm with? Because paradigms are like a program that has been installed into your subconscious mind, and it's a mental program. And this program has almost exclusive control over your habitual behavior. So we would like to replace this old paradigm with a new one. And it says, I am bigger than any feeling or experience. And indeed you are. You are an infinite spiritual being having a human experience. You're not a lost human looking for meaning in life. So from the point of view of who you truly are, and that this spirit in you is always for expansion and fuller expression. It is like the sun, and these paradigms, these beliefs that we pick up about ourselves through our childhood, and then the evidence that those beliefs bring into our lives over and over again, are like clouds, but the sun is never gone behind those clouds. So I am bigger than any feeling or experience. Okay? What is the next paradigm that we tell ourselves? I will never make enough money to be financially secure. Wow, I will never make enough money to be financially secure. This is a belief. How do we pick this one up? Well, if you grew up with adults who equated money with work and who worked really hard for very little money, and who told you that money was hard to get by, and those who had money, well, they're doing something wrong. They don't have values. That is a negative money mindset that we grow up around. That is how you pick up this idea that I'll never make enough money to be financially secure. And somewhere you're right. You see a lot of people working really hard and they're never financially secure. And you see other people not working that hard and they have more money than they know what to do with. So how can we remove that invisible wall between us, the have-nots, and them, the haves, and between this belief that I can never make enough money to be financially secure? How about a new belief, a new paradigm that we replace the old one with that says, I am excited about my financial prospects. I am excited about my financial prospects. There are opportunities all around me. Money is always coming to me. Next paradigm. One day I will. One day I'll join a self-development class. One day I'll do something. I'll take a risk and I will invest in myself. One day. Now this is the illness of procrastination. And procrastination is just the outer expression of fear, fear of change. You know, the opposite of courage is not fear, it is conformity. So one day I will. One day I'll do something that excites me. Right now, I just have to get on with my life. And guess what? You wake up in the morning, you get on with your life. You wake up the next morning, you get on with your life. And then a year is gone and you haven't done anything that excites you. You haven't stepped out of this routine, because if you're not careful, daily trivia takes over your life. So how about a new paradigm? Let's replace this thing of one day I will. Today I will do something that excites and inspires me. Yeah. Another paradigm is I can't. Wow, do I dislike this word can't. I can't. The truth is, you won't. Somebody very wise said one day, don't say you can't, say you don't want to. Because can't doesn't exist. Of course you can. If you want to, you can do it. So I can't is just a lame excuse to resist change, to stay within that comfort zone that we've been programmed with, which is, by the way, not comfortable at all. Okay, so what is a new paradigm that we can replace I can't with? If I really want it, I can do it. If I really want it, I can do it. Next paradigm. Something's going to go wrong. Wow. Of course, something's going to go wrong, right? But this expectation that we have that something is going to go wrong is a terrible thing to go through your life with. Because expectation and assumption are very powerful creative forces that we put out into the world. So how about replacing that expectation and that assumption with a new belief that says every moment is an opportunity to grow? You know, there's this story about Viktor Frankl, who was a psychologist, and he was taken by the Nazis, and his wife and his daughter were sent to the gas chamber, and his work was burned in front of him in its entirety, years and years of research that he had done on human psychology. And then they stripped him off his clothes, and they noticed that he's still wearing his wedding band, and they pulled that off his hand. And now, in this moment, stripped of everything, every little shred of decency, everything that he cared about, he came to the point where he realized that he had the freedom to choose, and that this freedom to choose his next thoughts was his, and that he could decide and choose to think that there is a meaning in every situation in life. There is a meaning to what is happening here, and he decided to stay calm and to focus on what it was that he could learn out of this. And he refused to move on to the level of his torturers, to get angry, to start shouting, to scream, to resist, because that is what they would have wanted. That would have fed their energy and he would have been obliterated. But what he did was he realized that he had an inner strength. He had an inner being. He moved into his spirit being that nobody could touch, that was infinite, that was in its nature unconditional love. And he went there and he stayed there and he realized, I have a choice, and this is the last of human freedoms, is to choose what to think, to choose how to react or how to respond to a situation. He wrote a book afterwards when he came out of this situation, and it made a huge impact on the human mind. You have a spirit being that is infinite, that nothing can touch. And that spirit is always for expansion and fuller expression through and with you in this human experience. So every moment is an opportunity to grow. And what we teach you is how you can connect your human to this spirit and use the qualities that you've developed through a lifetime of experience to take them apart from the patterns that have created them, to release the patterns and to use those God-given qualities that you have to serve in the world, to bring out into the world and to create the world that you want to live in. I hope you feel that you can now make a decision to join my masterclass and find out more about you, how your mind works, what your potential is, what you choose, right? And the incredible freedom you have to create your own reality. Okay? I hope to see you soon.